It's Week 18 of the NFL, and all eyes are on Jared Goff. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. We're just moments away from the action. All that and more coming up next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. The regular season ends here. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Long road to get here, but now we are here. The season finale. Playoffs begin next Saturday, so it's time for one last regular season kickoff.
In Week 18, it could just be so tricky, can't it, Mike? I mean, on one side, you got teams that have the playoffs wrapped up. So Week 18, it's a chance potentially to rest some starters or maybe get them out of the game early and get geared up for next week and the start of the playoffs. You got some teams that are fighting for their lives. They need to win Week 18 or else their season's going to end. And then on the complete opposite side, you got guys making plans for the offseason, figuring out where they're going on vacation. Week 18 is a tricky thing around the league. A lot of division games, a lot of interesting matchups, and we're just wrapping up stage one of what is an unbelievable NFL season.
Here now, Younghoe Koo to get us started. And off we go here on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. On the ground is Jalen Warren. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way. And it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
There's really no way around it, Mike. I mean, let's just call it what it is. This has been a disastrous start to their season thus far. I mean, they desperately need to get a win and change some of the energy in that building, because I can assure you, I've been there before. As these losses stack up, every day becomes more and more of a drag. And then all of a sudden you get that one big win and the spirits of the building just change overnight. They need that. Can today be that spark? Because if not, they're in for a long season.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one. 3rd down and 9. On play action, Goff. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And the Dragons will take over here, just shy of the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal lines, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Dragons offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
And this will be incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And Daniels will have the first down as he's able to slide and avoid the contact.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down. How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They run with Warren. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He runs with it. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
The defense decides to come with a blitz here on 3rd down, and it's a little feast or famine. You're counting on getting home and getting to the quarterback. But give credit to the offensive line. Not only do they protect, they buy enough time for the quarterback to escape the pocket, turns himself into a runner, picks up the first down.
Short gain there, down to the 10. Once again, it's Warren. He is in. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Dragons. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Blues offense running back Josh Jacobs heading back on the field. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
The defense is just going to have to find a way, Mike, frankly, to just make this more challenging. From the time the quarterback has in the pocket to the amount of separation the receiver has downfield. At this level, that is just too easy. They've got to tighten up both their coverage and find a way to get some pressure on the quarterback. Because if they don't do either, expect a lot more big chunk plays like we just saw there.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Goff. A pass caught right side by Coleman.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Goff. A pass taken in by Watson. And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 1, 2nd and goal. Here's Goff. And he'll take it on in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Blues. And a special moment as the rookie catches his first NFL touchdown.
And the more they can develop this young tight end, Mike, it just gives this quarterback additional weapons, and it's just going to make this offense even more difficult to stop.
A tight end, his first career NFL touchdown. Do you remember yours?
Oh, man, I'll tell you, I could recall it like it was yesterday, Mike. We were up Sunday night, primetime game, Lambeau Field against Brett Favre and the Green Bay Packers. And the previous play, Brian Urlacher recovered a fumble probably around the 20, 25-yard line. Brian Greasy was our quarterback for Chicago, and The ensuing play, threw it up to the left corner of the end zone, and Mike, guess who called the game? None other than the legendary John Madden.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Dragons offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
So the two components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
Here's their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Once again, it's Jacobs. Gets to the edge at the 30. The speed on display. He's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Blues. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Blues will move out to a 14-7 lead. So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before before he slides. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. To throw is Daniels. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. 2nd down and 3. It's the tight end Henry in motion. They'll go play action here with Daniels. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. Daniels now going to look to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They'll run the toss with Warren. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. The tight end motioning left here. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Blues offense and their running back set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line, he's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. That's caught left side by Bowers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Yeah! He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Throwing, Goff. That's to the right side, and caught by Bowers.
And you see the rookie tight end, Brock Bowers, pick up the first down. Mike, of all the tight ends that I've watched in college over the last, call it 10 years or so, I'm not sure if I've seen a more dynamic, ready for the NFL tight end than Brock Bowers. I mean, two-time Mackey Award winner, 700-plus yards each of the last 3 seasons. He can get downfield. He can make tough catches. He can run with the ball after the catch. I mean, there's not a lot this guy can't do, and I think he's got a shot to be that next big-time young breakout rookie tight end.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I will be right back after this. 3rd and a yard. Here's Goff. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This one from just under 50 yards. Koo's kick is good. And the Blues will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dragons offense back onto the field for their next possession. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll throw with Daniels. He'll get this out to the left flat. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Sending it deep, looking for Osborne. And he will go all the way. K.J. Osborne. Touchdown, Dragons. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
On comes Patterson for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Dragons will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown in time for the kickoff. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Blues offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. On 1st down, it's Goff. And they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Goff to throw on first down. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And he's going to have a first down. They get into field goal range here at the 29.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work it.
In trouble, and down he goes. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have one remaining, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on second down, Goff. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. From the gun, it's Goff. And he'll finally eat this one. He'll go down. They got him in the backfield. Halftime here on this final weekend of the NFL regular season. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with EA Sports Halftime Report. It's all yours, Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Blues offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Into the secondary, past the 40. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third?
The ball comes out. The defense has got it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery.
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose, and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Dragons offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. Open man, that's the tight end, Hunter Henry. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
2nd and a yard. They'll run it right here with Warren. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains. Moving the tight end right. Here's Warren. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. That one, take it in. Ashton Doolin. Touchdown, Dragons.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand. Let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Running is Jacobs. He'll move this one ahead to the 30-yard line. Now in the and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. But all the time he could, but he is taken out. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. You do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Receiver in motion, headed left. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Play clock expired. Going to get this one off on top. A run out of the gun with Warren. And some good blocking, springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Something you do not want to see here in the final week of the season, as he will get himself checked out. 3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. He finds a man. That's Osborne. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
You can see this connection's just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run straight at Warren. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting yards. 1. David to his work. 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Then Osborne with the grab. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, when disaster strikes. In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick 1st and 2nd down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and blocking everybody.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. 3rd and a yard. It's Daniels.
You can tell the quarterback has built a lot of confidence in his ability to make plays today with his feet. The defense has had a hard time keeping him in check. Much better job in suit. Even though he was able to get out of his pocket, they were able to chase him down and bring him down for a sack. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you have to take good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. At the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, I imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing has worked so far. Was there, and that will lead to a 2nd down. Here's Jacobs. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
And this drive going from bad to worse, and a delay of game now on top. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Here's Goff. Quickly out to Coleman on the wide receiver screen. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he is against the right. This defense has picked apart, borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And he's brought down of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They run gun with, and he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. A run up the middle with Warren. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes. Tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
The Dragons punt team unit comes out. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10 now from the 36. Now Jacobs. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. Now Goff. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Throw here is Goff. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Sometimes you just have to know when it's time to go home. You got to know when the party is over, and I'm not taking anything away from the effort. It was a great job here by the quarterback to extend this play as long as he could, but instead of throwing it away at the end, he ends up taking the sack.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. Here's 1st and 10. Right about now, they might be thinking, are we sure we want an off week next week? They're going to head into the bye with momentum as they try to polish this one off. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He'll try to run for it. And Daniels will slide to a stop. Wise move as a young quarterback. That's how you stay around and become a vet. He picked up the 1st down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. He'll run again.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. On the handoff, this is Warren. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Daniels now going to look to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. About to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
That's right side and brought in by Williams. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. On the zone read, it's Mitchell. And nice work here. He's got the 1st down to about the 30-yard line. Throwing is Daniels. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. To throw is Daniels. That is a gain of 20. And what a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And the tackle is made at about the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. On the ground, this is Warren. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal. Third and goal. It's Daniels. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
You can tell what the decision is about how they want to approach 4th down by what they call on 3rd down. If that was a run play, then you can bet they were going to go for it on 4th. But because it was a pass, and then they take a sack, I think this coach on 4th down is leaning towards settling for 3. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. The ball's out. The defense has it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Now a 3rd and 2. Now Daniels. They drop this down to Warren. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Another one from the 5. 2nd down and goal. One more time with Warren. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run. It's Warren. This defense standing up in the red zone. They stop him for no gain. And now it's 4th and goal. Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Patterson's kick is good. And the Dragons will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. They'll drop to throw. A quick slant. Looked in by Watson. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. On 2nd down, Goff. He fumbled the football. And the defense has it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Dragons offense ready to take over once again. As we look back at some of the highlights in this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, it's a win for our visitors. They finish off the regular season in grand style. They are division champions. They'll get a home game next weekend in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.